Hey everyone, thank you for joining. Today's video will be on our glutes and our hamstrings, so let's get started. Let's flip around. I'm going to be on 2 reds and 1 blue. Lie all the way down onto your carriage. Get comfortable. I'm going to place both of my heels onto my foot bar, placing my arms down nice and long and opening up my chest by squeezing my triceps down into our mat. So we're going to start to warm up those hamstrings first by getting into our glute bridge. Take that deep inhale. I'm going to find a nice articulation of that spine, rolling up 1 vertebra at a time. High into your bridge. A nice tuck of the pelvis at the top every time, slowly rolling it all the way back down. Reset, tailbone's the last thing to settle, and again, roll up. Trying not to press out onto that carriage, so really locking it in towards that stopper. This is where you'll feel those hamstrings really fire on. Slowly rolling it back down. So we're warming up that spine, but hamstrings are working really hard to stabilize and keeping that carriage locked down, not pressing out. Really rolling. So abdominals are also engaged. Drawing the navel in towards that spine so you're nice and long from the front. Little space between chin and chest, long neck. Every time you roll up, you want to feel like you're pulling the foot bar in towards your sits bone. So pull the heels in towards your glutes, and you're going to feel those hamstrings really start to activate. Roll it down. And again. Rolling up, push those knees out and away. Tuck that pelvis, squeeze at the top, pause. Slowly roll it back down. Let's get 2 more. Nice and slow pace. Roll it down. Last one, pause at the top once you get there. From here, small pulses in the glutes. So up an inch, down an inch, squeeze. Squeeze. Every inhale, every exhale. For 6, 5, 4, 3, nice and controlled for 2. Last 1, roll it down. Already hamstrings are on fire. Kick up, little stretch, point and flex those toes, whatever feels good. And then we're going to place those arches on. Still parallel, hip distance apart. My knees are right stacked over my hips. So find some space. If you start to crunch into those shoulder blocks, scoot back down, open up that chest, deep inhale, and roll up again. Allow the feet to round over that foot bar, creating more length at the top. Squeeze those glutes. Articulate all the way back down. So not only are our hamstrings working, our whole posterior chain is firing up. Our back extensors are into that carriage. And the spine is getting some nice flexibility and mobility. So you're hitting some different points here. Everything working together. Just articulating nice and slow. Try not to rush. Let's get 2 more. We'll pause at the top on that last one. All the way back down. Last one. Roll, scoop, round, peel. Nice and tall. Pull that carriage in again and pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Static squeeze at the top. Lock it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it back down. Tailbone settles and kick those legs out for a little stretch. You can always grab your shins, roll side to side. Okay, So we're going to bring the heels together now, toes apart. So we call this our Pilates V or external rotation. Scoot back down. We're going to spice it up a little bit more now. So getting into our flat back hinge, strong core, get nice and engaged. Deep inhale. We're going to push through those heels, drive the glutes up on that flat back. Drop halfway down in space, finding spinal stability, squeeze. And squeeze, tucking that pelvis. Really feeling it in those hamstrings. Your glutes might even be warming up, nice and strong. Feeling a deep stretch in those hip flexors. For 6. Stay high in 5. Last 4. 3. Deep exhale. Here for 2. Last 1. Stay high. We're going to butterfly those knees and feet into center and back out. Don't let that carriage push away from you. Stay high. Don't let the glutes drop. Butterfly in and out. Really lock it in. You're going to feel those light springs here. 5, 4, 3. Here for 2. Last 1. Open up. Roll it down. Relax. Kick those legs over the foot bar. Find a little shimmy. From here, we're going to flip around to our side. We're going to stay on those 3 springs. I'm going to use my ball as a headrest, but you can always pop your headrest up also. I just like a little bit more support on my neck. So if you don't have a ball, headrest is just fine. You can even put a towel underneath if you like more support also. So I'm going to come side lying, getting nice and stacked with my shoulders and my hips. My bottom knee is going to stay bent. Top leg finds that foot bar. I'm completely parallel here. Once you're comfortable, draw that navel in, staying engaged from the front. Deep inhale here. We're going to press out, fully extending that leg. Slowly bring it in. And press. So all 4 corners of that foot are on your foot bar. Squeezing that glute every time. And press. Back in. Find that end point every time. Here for 6, 5, 4, 3. Here for 2. All the way out. Come halfway in. Pulses here. Nice and controlled. For 7, 6. Low and slow for 5, 4. Hello glute now. 3, 2. Last one, full extension. Bring it all the way back in. Okay, now we're going to pop that heel up. Just the heel is on that foot bar. Toes are up towards the ceiling. You're in that slight external rotation. Not allowing that hip to completely roll out though. So still finding that engagement. Deep inhale, press out from that heel. Really firing up that glute now. That target right up in there. And press. Using that breath also. If this gets too intense at any time, you can always take a spring off, especially because we're going for about 8 to 12 reps each variation. 6. Back to those pulses in 5, 4, 3. Here for 2. Last 1. Halfway in. Pulse it out. We love the pulses. This is where we really burn. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You got it. Last 3. Here for 2. 1. All the way out. Full extension. Slowly bring it back in. Always adjust your body if you need to. And now for the spiciest version of them all. toes are going to be on. So pop the heel up now. So you're in that high heel position, deep inhale. We're still at the edge of that foot bar, and press. Slowly bring it in. You might even feel your calves start to work, really lengthening. Check in with those abdominals. Not dumping into that carriage, so the whole abdominal wall, even that oblique, is nice and engaged. Let's go for 6. Squeeze. 5. 4. Almost done with this side. Finish strong. Last 3. Here for 2. 1. All the way out. Halfway in. And yes, we're pulsing. 8. 7. 6. 5. Go a little slower. 4. 3. 2. 1. Press. Bring it all the way back in. Whew, that is spicy. Lie on your back. Give yourself a little figure 4 stretch. Pull that hamstring in. And then we'll get to the other side. All right, we're going to flip around now. Readjust. Okay, bottom knee is bent, getting nice and stacked. Top leg is on that foot bar again. Full foot is on. When you're ready, we're going to press all the way out. You might adjust on your carriage a little bit. That's okay. Since all 4 corners of that foot are on your foot bar, make sure you're utilizing that whole foot to really press out. Still finding that slight lift, so I'm not dumping. For 6, 5, nice and tight. Stay tight the whole time. 4, 3, pulses in. 2, last one all the way. Come halfway in, pulse it out for 8, 7, breathe. 6, here for 5, last 4, 3, 2, 1, full extension, finish strong, bringing it in. Okay, onto that heel again. So pop that heel up, slight external rotation, open up the hip just a little bit. Readjust if you need to. Deep inhale and press it out. This is really where you really get into those smile lines under that glute. Keep breathing. Check in with those abdominals. Stay engaged. Last 6. 5. More than halfway done. 4. 3. Here for 2. Last extension. Halfway in. Pulses for 8. 7. Use that breath. 6. 5. Find that mind to body connection. Make it work for 4. 3. 2. 1. All the way on that press out. Slowly bring it in. All right. We just had that last variation. Pop the heel up now so you're on the balls of your feet. Wrap those toes around. Stick your high heel on. When you're ready, press out. Last variation. You got this. Embrace that shake. Let it burn. Full extension all the way out. Don't cheat it. Here we go for 6. Last 5. Stay long. 4. 3. Here for 2. Last set of pulses coming right now all the way out. Halfway in, pulse it out for 8. Low And slow for 7, 6, 5, 4. Here's the burn. Last 3, 2, 1. All the way out. And bring it right back in. Flip over on your back. Get that figure 4 stretch in on this side. And when you're ready, roll on up. And that is your glute and hamstring workout for today. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you soon.